Hi everyone, Jackson here. Welcome back to the Daily Endeavours for the 14th of December. Just a few things to talk about though before I start. There's an ESO free trial on, so get your craft bag on if you're not on ESO Plus. It's the time to store everything in and then forget about it for a while. Also, there will be compensation for the outage that happened the other day. Patience, just read this. So we're getting 1,000 seals and 5 grand of 150% scrolls, which is good. That being said, me being my negative self, been playing this game for so long, I would not be surprised if this is going to be in the monthly anyway, and they just pretending that we've added it in the end, because we don't actually know what's in the login rewards until like a few days later, a few days before. So yeah, for all we know, this could have already been in it. But that being said, I'm not complaining. This is great, and it's much better than a fucking Guar pest. So, yeah, it's good. However, also, I need to point out, there is going to be another 8-hour maintenance on Tuesday. So, yeah, the server's going to go down for a long time again. I don't think I will be able to do a daily on Tuesday until, like, the morning after. So it'll be ages before I actually get a video out. Because 4 AM EST for me is 4 PM. 12 PM is midnight. I cannot stay up till fucking midnight. So sorry, I get shot by this shit. I'm afraid. So yeah, that's everything. So, all right, we'll go talk about endeavors now. 15 seals, 3 locks, 12 logs of wood, 2 delve bosses in Grahtwood, 2 visions in Infinite Archive, 20,000 alliance points. I just straight up avoid this one because it mostly relies on other people. You know how I feel about that. I think these ones are just going to be easier, more reliable. You can do battlegrounds here, you can do Cyrodiil, take keeps and stuff, but generally it's just like people get in the way, and in the way I mean like they'll kill you while you're trying to do it, or in the case of battlegrounds, you're just like waiting so long for people to queue up for a battleground sort of thing. Whereas, usually by the time it takes to get a battleground, I've already done these ones here, so yeah, I think this one's unreliable. Pick 3 locks, I think this one's the quickest, easily. All of 4 of these, though, I mean, this one kind of, but they're all things that come up in the Golden Pursuits, right? So, Delve bosses in Grahtwood, you could get this one happening at the same time. 2 visions in the Infinite Archive. You need to kill a cycle boss to get a vision, so that will be part of this one, which can be also quite good. And then looting treasure chests. The treasure chests you find in the Overland will have they'll be locked, so you can also pick locks while you do treasure chests. I don't think doing treasure chests is the quickest way to get that endeavor done, though. So I don't know how I feel. But even then, like even 20,000 alliance points, you could do it at the same time as you do this. But you only need to do 20, and one of the ones I'm not even going to bother with these ones here. I don't think they're as quick as a lot of these other options. So yeah, and 12 logs of wood obviously is 75 resources from the wild, so you can do that at the same time. So a lot of these can be into what is it? What's the word? Sort of intertwined with your Golden Pursuits. I'm sure someone else will be able to correct me on what the good word is there. I'm trying to think of it, but it's always buckle under pressure. Anyway, alright, let's get to it. Generally, then this one will be. Okay, 3 locks. Straightforward. So what you want to do is come to Skywatch. There's other ways to do it. You can find chests in the Overland in public dungeons and stuff. Things like Forgotten Crypts. Labyrinthian in Western Skyrim is also really good. There's tons of chests in here. But the Labyrinthian is a DLC one. It's like an expansion that costs a lot. I know most people will probably have that expansion because of Greymoor, because of the antiquities, but yeah, I know not everyone's got it. This one, it's a base game one. All you need to do is you start with this straight line, you go just north, and you'll get here easily. And there's 3 doors here, so you've got this door here, this door here, and this door here. They're all locked, so you can crouch in the corner, just make sure the guards aren't nearby, and you can start picking the locks of these. Fuck that one up. And you're done. So you just do that 3 times. Now, no matter what, every time you come to Skywatch, all 3 of these houses will be locked. When you go out to find chests in various locations, those chests will not always be there. So this is a guaranteed way to get this done very quickly. Because it's only 3 locks, there's 3 doors, so you only need to do each door one time. Now, even if there's like more than 3 locks for this endeavor, this is probably the easiest way to do it anyway, because you can just travel out of the zone, come back to Skywatch, and all the doors will reset their locks, and you can just do it again. So I still think this is quicker than anything else. Yeah, wouldn't really do anything else. You can also do safe boxes in places like Vocal Guard. There's like safe boxes in all these places, but again, they're not guaranteed. So whereas this one is always guaranteed, these doors will always be locked. So you can always rely on this one. Alright, so next we've got 12 logs. So this one can be quite easy to do if you have surveys, but there's a little bit of caveat I think worth noting. So I don't have any on me, but woodworking surveys, the woodworking version of these, so they each have 6 nodes, and so what you can do is you can just do 2 woodworking surveys. There's 6 nodes each, so yeah, after that you will just get this one done. And the good thing about surveys are they're instants. So what that means is when you get there, nobody else can actually see and interact with those nodes. They're just for you to take. So once you've taken them all, that's it. It's a really reliable, quick way to do it. However, sometimes survey endeavors come up, and I don't think it's a good idea to just get rid of all your surveys at once, because when these survey endeavors come up, if you don't have any surveys, you're fucked. Whereas this one, if you don't have any surveys to do it with, it's just kind of... It just takes you longer, that's all. Something else worth noting is I'll put in the description the link to all of the woodworking materials, because if you don't know what they look like, once you know what one like that type looks like, they all look exactly the same. They all have the same look. So all the ruby ash, like the rough ruby ash, looks exactly the same. It's got the same node, like appearance of the node. Usually, but it's not. So yeah, once you know what one looks like, you know what they all look like, so you sort of know what to look for. Also, it'll tell you what all of the different versions look like, because there's different things, like maple is the level 1 wood type that you'll get, and yeah, ruby ash is like the highest level one. Now, I'm in Craglawn. This is probably where most people are going to be when they're looking for 12 logs of wood. But you can go to any zone, it doesn't matter. It's just this one, it's a little bit more lucrative compared to any other zone, because you can also get Nurkrocs, which you can sell. But at the same time, I'm competing a lot more with other people, so there's just going to be less resources to work with. So I totally understand if people don't want to bother with this shit, because yeah, like there's no wood nodes anywhere. So I'll probably head somewhere else to have a look. Because yeah, everybody else has got the same idea. Come to Craglawn, because it's the most lucrative place. I guess on your way you could also check for chests and pick the locks of those, but yeah, I've already done that one. I guess that is one thing. Maybe do the 12 logs of wood first. Yeah, so that's what ruby ash looks like. Yeah, maybe do the 12 logs of wood first, and then focus on your locks. Because on the way you might find some chests. But like, all 3 of those doors are so close to each other, it's just, you know, you're really just wasting like, I don't know, a few more seconds. So if you're not familiar with how to get surveys, you have to do writs. So completing any writ, doesn't matter how far into the craft you are, whether you're level 1 or level 50, with 10 points in the 10 points in the craft, it'll always be 12.5% chance each writ to get a survey. And the surveys are directly dependent on which material, or like which craft. So only woodworking writs give you woodworking surveys, only jewelry writs give you jewelry surveys, so on and so forth. There's another one. So yeah, they sort of look like a, I don't know, like a cigar, I guess. Another one. So sometimes you find a ton, sometimes you won't find any. Just look at the drawer. If you want to know what the, if you want to know what the add-on that shows me the locations of the wood nodes, it is Harvest Map. So Harvest Map, this one here. So it just shows the node locations. There's also one called Harvest Merge, or like you can. It's basically just like a thing you can load up, and it gives you all the locations of all the nodes across all the zones that other people have found, basically. I couldn't get it to work, though. That's why I'm not using that. But you can try that. If you don't have any already, you might as well give it a shot. Because if it doesn't work properly, it deletes all your nodes that you've already collected. And so I don't want to risk doing that again, so I haven't bothered. But if you haven't done it before, you know, you got nothing to lose, so why not? Obviously that's only on PC though. Sorry, console players. You always get shafted. I feel like that's a... I feel like it needs to be an epilepsy warning. Alright, so I just passed through half a bloody magma and didn't find any fucking wood nodes, so that was a fucking waste of time. Definitely the bigger zones. These zones here are usually pretty good. There's plenty of ores and seams. Fucking look at that, Jesus. No wood nodes. Yeah, wow, there are no wood nodes anywhere. Holy shit. This is the problem when they make it 12 nodes. Fucking everyone just goes on a harvesting spree. There we go, found one. That was fucking eternity. Oh, and there's another one. See, sometimes you just find tons in one spot, and then sometimes you just do not find anything. Definitely, if you got lots of servos, definitely use them. But, like, don't just use them willy-nilly. I reckon it's best just to wait for endeavors to come up before you use any of them. This one? Nope, don't want that. Don't use rye to brew something. Is it pale ale? No, it's not rye, is it? Oh, there's one. That's... yeah, that's not rye. This is the location of Dive Rust Keep, by the way. That's how you get in there. Oh, there's a chest there if you want it. Okay, so that one's done. Now we make a choice. Visions or Delve Bosses. I guess I'll talk about both. Alright. Completing Delve Bosses in Grahtwood. So this one, there's something peculiar regarding the Golden Pursuit for this. It's a bit different. So this one, you'll probably find that this one completes maybe just as fast as this one. Because there seems to be something buggy going on with it where if multiple people attack the same Delve Boss, this one progresses more than one each time you kill a Delve Boss, whereas this one that's not affected by it. I don't know how to explain it, it's fucking weird. I will talk about it when I get to the Golden Pursuits walkthrough. I have done most of it, I'm just getting through the rest of it. Now, this is the quickest delve, I think, to get to, as long as you use the Boat Swain. I advise taking the Boat Swain here, not going this way shrine that you start with if you've been here before, because getting through Haven is a pain in the ass. There's lots of enemies in here, it just makes it just annoying to get through this place. Whereas this way, there's no enemies. All you have to do is when you start here, you just go south through the embassy, go... oh, I mean, you can go around here, it's usually quicker. And you just go up here, and you just go down here. There'll be, yeah, this road here, and you just come down here, and the delve is in here. This is probably where most people are going to be. Now, the way that delves work is if you haven't completed a delve yet, when you get to the boss, they will instantly respawn. So it can be quite convenient if you have a... like, do this on a character that hasn't done the delves in Grahtwood yet, because you'll actually get through them through this endeavor slightly more quickly. Because as soon as you get there, the boss will spawn, and you'll basically be ready to go. Other delves, but not the same boss location. Okay, so they're over here. Oh yeah, here you go. Everyone waiting for the same fucking thing. I've already done this delve, so that's why they haven't spawned. But if this comes up as like... hold on. Just trying to see if I got one. Yeah, if it comes up as like this, it's like the black and mainly black with white outlines instead of black outlines. That means you haven't done it before, and as soon as you get here, the boss should respawn instantly, ready to go for you. Just understand these people will fucking die super fast because everybody's got the same idea, and these bosses do not have a lot of health. They've got like 100,000 health. Couple of like lightning attack, heavy attack builds will kill them in like a second. So unfortunately, this one's like, if you're not like constantly keeping an eye on the boss, you might miss them. It's painful. What I suggest is yeah, see, here you go. So watch. I'll light attack him once. He's already dead. So be quick. As soon as you see it, do something. Probably the best thing to do is bash, because bash comes out like quicker than light attacks even, or resto light attacks are quite quick. But yeah, just react fast. You will not have long to do this. And now you basically have to wait either 5 minutes is how long these guys take to respawn naturally, or if a player that comes through hasn't done this before, the delve boss will spawn straight away. So you can get a bit lucky if another player comes in and makes them spawn quicker, but I wouldn't rely on that. It will take a little bit of time. It's not super long, but it's like, could be like 10 minutes ish, depending on when the boss last died. Okay, last one. So we've got 2 visions in the Infinite Archive. You need to beat cycle bosses to get access to a vision. In order to get to cycle bosses, you need to do 2 stages with 3. Each stage has like 3 groups of like just regular enemies, and then when you get through the 2 stages, you get a cycle with a boss, and defeating the boss gives you a vision. So just accept the visions. They're like buffs that you get for killing them, and yeah, you'll get this one done. Probably take about the same. I reckon it'll take a similar amount of time if you're quick to the delve bosses, but the delve bosses will definitely be a lot more chill, because this one you have to rely on yourself a little bit more. That being said, this is still a base game thing. Infinite Archive is base game, even though it is in Necrom. You just look at, you go here to the world map, go to Apocrypha, and you can find it here. And yeah, even if you don't own any DLC at all, you can still travel into this place via Wayshrine. Now, all you need to do is head into here. This is the entrance into Infinite Archive. Now, you don't need to be like super duper like good at, you know, PvE to get in here. I'm just running like Hundings and just like 2 random monster sets and Spriggans. The only thing that having a good build does in here is just makes it a little bit quicker. As long as you've got like a decent sustain, something like Vigor to heal yourself, and some good damage skills and survivability, you should be fine in here. Yeah, it's like, it's akin to like a normal dungeon, I'd say. Alright, so the way it works is there will be groups of enemies. There'll be some melee, some ranged. So my advice is group the enemies up around the ranged enemies, because the melee enemies will follow you, the ranged enemies won't. So bringing the melee enemies to the ranged enemies is going to be sort of more simple. Alright, these Spriggans are quite annoying. They get have an ability that makes them more tanky. Alright, so sometimes there'll be some of these big hombres. Again, just bring everything to the ranged enemies if you can. Try and put your dots on them. And yeah, so it'll be that one more time, and then a boss. So now we get verses. So these are like visions, except they're much more powerful than visions are, but they only last 1 stage. So they last basically 1 round of Infinite Archive, but they're very powerful buffs. Whereas visions are... hold on. That had to do something real quick. Okay. Where was I? God, I have the fucking memory of a goldfish. Visions. So they last the whole archive. So, and like until you completely leave the place, the visions will affect you. But yeah, they just, most of them aren't as powerful. There's a couple that are fucking overpowered as hell compared to the rest of them. You know, some of them are really terrible. Some of them are pretty good. But yeah, it just depends. Metronarch, range enemy over here, I'll bring everything over here. another verse. Beatdown, quite good. This one's good if you're Magicka, but I'm stamina, so it's quite terrible. Alright, so now we get a boss. Raise the Master Earthus, last boss of City Bash 1. Not too bad. So these bosses that you get in the early stages will be probably quite easy. But later on it'll get quite hectic. Some of the bosses in those stages are a lot tougher. There's AoEs on the floor. But yeah, straightforward. Old bosses will tend to be easier than new bosses, I find. That being said, the Celestial Warrior from Hellra Citadel, fucking brutal in here. Resume mine, crowd control, damage taken. Nah. Yeah, that'll probably be more beneficial. Better sustain. That's one vision, so halfway. So the cycle repeats, literally. So now we have another 3 waves of regular enemies. Group them up with the ranged enemies. Like, yeah. And just whittle them down. Okay. Reverse. Guardian of Pestilent. This thing is great for stages. Oh yeah, these are basically coffee breaks. It's like little mini games that you can do on the side. Can be quite cool. But yeah, they don't affect anything that you do as far as like they give you a buff, like a verse, and some fortunes. So they're good. They're important to do. But yeah, they won't make this faster. But they are helpful to do. Okay, what you want to do with Guardian of Pestilence is wait until a round starts. Hopefully they die. Please die now. Yeah, here we go. Perfect. So as soon as they die, boom, everything is dead. It's great. Basically fast tracks the whole round. Now if you can be patient and wait for like the last stage, where there's probably going to be like the toughest enemies, could be helpful, because yeah, in this case. It got through the easy round, but I still have to deal with the hard round. Not that that's a problem. But yeah, Guardian of Pestilence is fucking great. Not great for bosses, but definitely excellent for ad waves. Buffening Vigor, pretty major buff. Not really great for bosses because you're not really killing much. Yep, sure. I just have to remember to roll dodge. Okay, Exile Kraglan. I think this is a boss from... Is it Stone Garden? That or it's a story boss from Greymoor. Or from Western Skyrim, sorry. I'm pretty sure this is a double attack, yeah. Is this like the thing from... Oh, okay. I don't know what that does. Okay, so I did dodge it that time. I guess I just didn't do it quick enough. That attack is fucking obnoxious. Okay, yeah, I just didn't block it quick enough. Yeah, this attack here, the like random charge forward, god, that's fucking annoying. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's fucking annoying. Alright. Yeah, and we're done. So, you get more fortunes, and then we get another vision. Or train command. I don't have any pets, so this is useless. And this is not great either, because I don't really... Yeah, I don't know. That was a terrible option. Alright, whatever. That's everything. If you've got any questions for me about anything, as always, just let me know. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for your support as always. I'll see you next time.